Fuck it, we'll do it live. Welcome back to the Inspired Incompetence Podcast, bringing you War for the Crown.
Woo.
How's everybody doing this week, this month?
Woo!
I mean, we always do it live.
What? No.
That is true. He's got you there. But we're not wrong in that we are doing it live this time also.
That's true.
Feeling good, though.
Oh, that's good.
Feeling
Yeah.
spoopy.
It's good to be back in a forgotten underground tomb for a change.
All right, so last time we ended up with, I believe it was Sir Edwin was about to get struck by the visage of his god, the dead god Aerodine, or Aerodin as he's colloquially known.
And just a reminder, I have a held action when next the guy up in the rafters speaks or otherwise makes his position known. If I believe he is directly above me, I'm going to cast a spell.
Okay, well, as all you know right now is the this figure that is purported to be Aerodin is taking a swing at Sir Edwin to punish the blasphemer. So this thing steps up to Sir Edwin and it goes to take a swing with its massive sword. And as it's coming down, the blade passes harmlessly through Sir Edwin, and the figure just kind of stands up, almost looking dignified, with the sword point now resting on the ground and his hands on the pommel, and the visage just kind of melts away. And I need a perception check from everybody.
Yes. That's a gentleman's 7.
It's a 10 by the cut of my jib.
Vulpus rolled a 7. Madam Ladian got a 12.
So what do our elven eyes see?
Your elven eyes don't see anything, and you don't hear or smell anything either, because you all rolled terribly.
Cool.
Sir Edwin, you specifically felt nothing when that sword passed through you. It's almost like it wasn't even real.
You're overcome with apathy.
You are now aggressively apathetic. So now that this visage has disappeared, you are going to... you don't hear anything at first. Eventually you do hear something up in the rafters off to the west here, just going, shit! As this small creature in white robes lined in red just like falls from the rafters and like just plops down on the ground.
Oh, there he is! Don't move! Brunswick's going to point his unloaded crossbow at this strange-looking creature.
Is it armed at all?
He has a dagger at his belt, but he's not currently wielding it.
But he does have arms?
He does indeed have arms.
He is armed.
I'm going to draw my longsword.
And so this person just like appeared?
He just kind of fell out of the rafters.
He fell, okay. All right, we have you now. Enough funny business.
And I do need anyone that would like to try and identify it. I believe it's a knowledge nature.
Huh! 26. Ah! What kind of fae is he? Ah!
Anyone else got nature?
Negative.
Nope.
Okay. So Brunswick, you recognize this creature as a Monaciello gremlin.
Oh,
And,
okay. Gremlins. Are gremlins fae?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Ha! Called it.
Yep. You know this is a fey creature.
Okay.
Yeah, typically they show up in robes dressed like monks. They have a sharp-toothed smile, usually found in like urban environments. They like to taunt religious organizations. But as far as stats are concerned, you can ask me, I think, 4 questions about this thing.
All right.
You rolled really well.
Yep. I think
Wow.
a natural 18. What forms of movement do they have?
Just a land speed.
Okay. Well, that would explain why he fell. Any special abilities?
They have some spell-like abilities.
Okay. Can I know some of those?
How many would you like?
I just get 1 per question.
Well, I'll say this. They have some at will, and they have a once per day. You can get 1 category per question.
Once per day.
once per day they can cast glitter dust.
Okay. Do they have the ability? I don't know if this is like a valid question, but I'm searching for some specific stuff. Do they have the ability to turn invisible, either through a spell or an ability?
Generally speaking, no.
Do they have the ability to teleport?
Generally speaking, no.
Okay.
All right, so this Monticello gremlin falls from the rafters. What do you guys do?
I'd like to throw in an intimidate to that as well.
Yeah, I'm going to say,
With an 11.
draw your weapon or surrender, coward.
So yes, it doesn't seem too afraid of the unloaded crossbow, but the knight brandishing a longsword does seem a little more threatening. This creature kind of like crab walks backward, like it scrambles back to the corner, like to try and just put as much distance as it can as it sees this longsword pointed at its face, and it just scrambles back and like, oh, I'm sorry, I didn't mean anything by it. Please don't kill me.
Who are you?
My name is Vicar.
What are you doing in a church of Aerodin?
Aerodin? His name's Aerodine.
Aerodin.
Yeah, whatever. I was just looking for some money so I could get out of this place.
How did you end up here?
Oh, there's all sorts of tunnels and whatnot that will lead the ever curious to places like this.
And how exactly will money get you out?
Yeah, it sounds like you need money for a bus ride home or something.
Thank you, Carl.
Seems unlikely in a place like this, though.
And where is here, since we're on the subject?
I don't really know. There's any number of these old human chambers. I wandered in here from the sewers decades ago. I've just been trying to hold up here for a while, and you idiots wandered in. I thought I could squeeze some money out of you and move on.
I'm not an idiot. You're an idiot.
Sense motive.
What do you need the money for?
What does anyone need money for?
Didn't I already give this guy money?
You tried, it's all over.
And
the
then-
floor.
Yeah, and then Sir Edwin
Yeah.
threw the money up at the rafters, and now it's like sprinkled over the floor.
Yeah, what the hell?
Sense motive on if he's being truthful.
Okay, what you got?
He's been stuck in here for decades, and his first thought is, oh, let me squeeze money out of these people, not see if they can help me get out. And it was a 23 on my sense motive.
You're not detecting any falsehoods. You, from, I don't know how much Brunswick has disclosed to the group, but at least Brunswick would know that this is a Fey creature. And, the Fey tend to measure their lives in centuries. So, this guy could take a nap for a few years.
I would have kept all that to myself.
I imagine he still needs to eat, right?
I'm just
I
kidding.
don't
I
see
had
a,
to tell everybody.
we haven't seen a lot of food since we've been down here.
There's a fuck ton of brambles and shit in the next room. Maybe they eat that. I don't know.
He mentioned he came in through the sewers. Knowledge check about the sewers of Apara?
Give me a knowledge, local or history.
I have both. 7.
With a 7, you know the basic history of Apara. The city has been sacked and rebuilt many times over the long and violent history of Taldor. So, yeah, it's not that far-fetched that there are sewer systems connected to most places that have been long since buried and lost in Apara.
I'm going to motion for Brunswick to come closer.
Brunswick does so after loading his crossbow.
Okay.
He keeps it trained on the gremlin.
Brunswick, he mentioned sewers. Now, I didn't come across any sort of humid or smelly or anything that would hint that we're near sewers. Have you come across any in your travels before
You mean just down here?
we met? Yes.
No. We do have more of this place to explore. Perhaps there's sewers nearby. Perhaps, and I redouble my aiming at the gremlin. Perhaps this creature can show us where he came from.
Yes, and maybe he has some money of his own.
Later,
That
Carl.
we can politely mug him.
You know what I'm about.
If I had my own money, you think I'd be pestering you for it?
Oh, good point.
That's enough out of you. You're coming with us.
I'm going to sheath my sword and take a step forward, and I'm going to reach my hand out to pick him up off the ground. To not physically pick him up, but offer my hand to help him up.
Like a baby.
Swaddle him.
How big is this gremlin? Is it like halfling size?
It's a small creature, so yeah.
Okay.
Like roughly the size of like a goblin or a halfling.
I offer my hand to him.
He kind of like looks at your hand and just kind of like sneers and stands up on his own. Could I perchance offer you a deal?
You could.
I will give you everything in my bag here. And he kind of like reaches into his robes and pulls out.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
I put both hands on my crossbow like I'm a fucking police officer. Like, here's where I can see him.
And he just pulls out it's a decent sized bag. He's like, just a bag. I'll give you everything that's inside if you let me live and leave here on my own.
I'm going to roll sense motive. Because, I mean, he just offered us the fucking mystery prize. It could be anything.
There could be anything in that bag.
Could even be a
there could
boat.
even be another bag.
Yeah. So I got a 20 sense motive. Is this... I guess what I'm trying to sense is
Is he trying to just distract you and run, or is he actually trying to deal?
yeah. Like, does he consider this a fair deal, or is he just trying to take advantage of us?
With a 20, you're getting the sense that he is pretty desperate, but you're not detecting anything deceptive in his offer.
I just kind of nod my head at the bag.
Is he holding the bag open?
No, he's just kind of got a hand around the top of it.
I say, what's in the bag?
Well, if you would like to know, allow me to leave.
No.
I'll tell you what. You tell us which direction the sewers are, and give us the bag, and we'll let you go.
You don't know much about my kind, do you? This bag serves no purpose for you. I can give you what's inside, but if I give you the bag, it's not going to do you any good. Either way, the sewers are to the north.
Should I roll sense motive again, or is my 20 kind of baked into this
No,
part of the conversation?
No, you can keep the 20 here, and it's the same thing. He seems like he's trying to bargain for his life.
I look back at the group.
I'm good with taking his stuff.
Well, I don't know about you guys, but doesn't seem like too much of a threat here. We could take a look at what he has to offer.
I'm getting the impression that he's not going to let us see what's in the bag until we say yes or no.
Right. It's a bag with indeterminate contents, and we don't get the bag. We just get whatever's inside.
I think we should take him with us. He says he's not a threat, but he certainly sowed enough confusion just now for me to not want to let him go off on his own. There's no telling what other allies or contacts he might have down here.
Oh, please, there's nothing else down here for me. I just want to leave now.
Then our goals align and you'll come with us.
No, they don't. I don't want to go with you. You could kill me at any time. I just want to leave.
I'm afraid I have the same fear of you.
I'm no danger to you.
I'm gonna stink eye this guy.
Trying
Yeah,
to
me too.
intimidate him.
No. I'm using my hypnotic stare on him.
Oh, okay.
And then it's a little hard to tell because we're not really in combat. But let me know when I can cast a spell, in terms of action economy.
Okay. So he's now the target of your hypnotic stare. When he sees you guys kind of giving him more of a hard time, he goes, "Okay, here. I'll take one thing out to show you that I'm not just trying to give you nothing here." So he reaches into his bag, and this is not a large bag, and he reaches shoulder deep into this bag. just looking at him, his arm should be like protruding through the bottom, and it's not. And he sticks his whole arm into this bag. You can see him kind of rustling around a bit, and his hand emerges, and he's holding a small silver key.
I detect magic.
I also detect magic.
You detect magic. The key is not detecting as magic.
But the bag probably is, right?
No, actually.
Lies.
That's
all
unacceptable.
lies.
He said it only has any use for him, so it's probably some weird fae thing. Like how a dryad is like bonded to a tree. Maybe this guy's bonded to a bag or something.
What a nerd.
Right? Brunswick, with his crossbow still pointed at the gremlin, says, "What good is a key to us? What does it go to?"
Well, if you want to get out of this place, you need this, and you need another. You let me go, and I will not only give you the rest of the contents of this bag, but I'll tell you where the other key is.
You seem to know an awful lot about how to get out of here for someone who is trapped in here.
I never said I
Yeah.
was trapped in here. I just wanted some money so I could move on.
I think we're making a whole bunch of hubbub out of not much. I say that we just take the contents and carry on our way. There's no need to get violent.
All right, Vicar.
Yes, deal?
You have my word that I will let you out of here.
Brunswick lowers his crossbow with a scowl. All right, then get on with it.
All right. So he, with like a heavy sigh of relief, kind of like he goes down on his knees and just kind of starts like upends the bag and starts like shaking it so that everything inside starts falling out. And you can see just like there's just gems and just a bunch of, not a bunch, but there's like a bunch of gems tumble out, as well as a couple of vials. And then he tells you that, yes, at the far end of this hallway, you'll find the library. The keeper of the library has the other key.
What can you tell us about this keeper?
I don't know. He's like a little floating eyeball thing. I never talked to him because he's just weird.
Brunswick makes a heavy sigh as he realizes that that's probably the truth. Brunswick is going to assume that he has not fully emptied the bag. So Brunswick just takes a hard look at this guy and says, "I thought you said you were going to give us everything out of the bag." And just kind of like, just really test his reaction.
As Brunswick says that, I'm going to assume 6 seconds has passed since I cast
Yes.
my hypnotic stare.
Yes, sorry, yes.
I want to cast Charm Person on him.
That only works on humanoids, I think.
He's not a humanoid creature.
He's a fae.
Yeah, he's an outsider.
He's a what?
Well, oh, sorry, Faye's not an outsider. I'm sorry. I always assume that would be a knowledge planes check, not nature. Faye is nature.
Right.
Yeah, it says targets one humanoid creature. I thought humanoids was like your human-like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
For-
there's no humanoid phase.
Normally that's generally speaking that is the case, but in terms of Pathfinder mechanics, humanoid is a specific creature type.
Yeah, like humanoid for the most part means a playable race. Humans have.
I thought
elves,
Fae
dwarves.
was like a top category, and then you could have like Fae humanoid, Fae this, Fae
Nah.
that.
Nope, Fae is like more of a general category.
Alrighty.
I'm going to sense motive on Brunswick.
On
See
me.
what he's do. See what
Yeah.
Brunswick is doing, like telling him to finish the bag.
Because
Oh.
I, as the player, know what Brunswick is trying to do, but Sir Edwin doesn't really.
And I don't know if you want me to make like an intimidate check or like a sense motive check versus his reaction to me saying that.
I mean, you can roll and intimidate to try and bully him.
Okay. That's a 13.
You like give him that thing. You say, I told you to empty the bag, and he just looks. He like flinches back from you, and he just kind of holds up the bag and actually like kind of sticks his face in it and looks. He's like, I did empty it. And he actually holds it upside down and shakes it to show you that there's nothing left in it.
I only got a 15 on the sense motive for Brunswick. All the stuff that he dumped out on the floor, he said that there was like presumably potions, some gems. Is there anything that sticks out besides that key?
Nothing's super special. He dumps it out, and there's a bunch of gems and a couple vials.
I'm going to pull out my silver platter that I grabbed from a couple rooms ago, and I'm going to start grabbing all the stuff that he just poured out and put it on the silver platter.
Okay. While you do that, he starts working his way north, just like slowly walking, backing away, like
just pressed flat against the wall.
yeah,
And just like,
yeah. Our deal is good, right? Our deal is complete. I'm free.
Oh, hang on. After I get, they're just like gems and stuff and some vials and
Yeah.
the key. All right. I'm going to grab the vials and hand them to Brunswick.
Brunswick takes them in one hand, and his other hand is has the crossbow, and it's pointed at the gremlin again. When Sir Edwin says, "Hey, hold on."
I'm going to grab the key off the platter, and I'm going to hand him the platter. So it's just all the gems and stuff that he had dumped out.
So
Not a
keep-
highwayman or a brigand.
Wow, Carl is probably eternally losing his mind right now.
We finally got done mugging this guy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I can't believe this worked so well. He's giving it back to him.
Yeah. I'm gonna see where this goes.
If he,
He
holds
he-
out his bag, I'll just dump the contents into his bag with the silver platter.
He is taken aback by your sincere act of generosity. He holds open the bag to let you pour the contents back into it.
Take a step away from him so he knows I'm not a threat, and let him go.
Okay. And with that, he scampers off.
Once he's out of sight, Brunswick's going to direct his attention back to the vials. Are they reading as magical?
Yes, they are detecting his magic.
Spellcraft. Oh, 12.
Well, you got to make it better than
Yeah.
that.
I got you.
Brunswick's still he's got his crossbow still trained on the stairs, ready for this gremlin to come back.
14.
14, also not enough.
26.
Vulpus, you recognize these as 2 potions of bear's endurance.
Ooh, nice.
Well, seems that these two vials contain bear's endurance. Not that I need it, if you know what I mean.
I do know what you mean, Vulpus.
Fuck. You know what, Tom? Take a hero point. That was good.
Yeah, that was good, Tom. The first time anyone has known what you mean.
So I like how every time Vulpus says, "Do you know what I mean?" Brunswick always responds with, I do know what you mean." And I really hope for the rest of this campaign that there's moments where like they're not in the same room and Vulpus says, "Do you know what I mean?" It still plays with Brunswick's response.
Yeah.
I am going to hand the key to Madame Labian.
Oh, you wish for me to keep this?
Yes, please.
As you wish. I take the key and I put it right in my natural boob pocket. And I give it a little pat and say, "The safest place I could put anything."
Well, that gremlin said that the other silver key that we need is at the far end of this hallway in some sort of library.
I just see Carl moving around the map randomly. I assume he's going around picking up his money.
Yep,
Oh, yeah.
that's my headcanon. I'm glad we were on the same page for that. He's just
Just
like,
mumbling to himself, like,
stupid rich
that
kids
was so weird.
throwing my money.
Then we gave all that stuff back to him? Jeez.
All right, and what did you think of all that, Amistos?
I honestly don't know. It's strange creatures down here, that's for certain.
Well said. Brunswick walks past him.
He had like set the corpse down while you guys were doing this. So he just kind of sighs and like picks up the guy by the 2 legs, turns around and just starts huffing after you.
I'm so happy that there's literally no reason for him to be carrying that corpse. But he's just doing it because we told him to very sternly.
I
Dude,
feel like
okay,
there's a
all right.
lot of reasons why he's carrying that corpse.
Yeah, first of all, this whole party agrees that dude is super sketch.
Oh, yeah.
Second
Yeah.
off, there's nothing funnier than a halfling trying to carry a human-sized corpse for no reason other than the fact that we don't trust him. And third of all, if he does try to poke us with that very nice rapier of his, he gonna be fatigued.
Yeah, that's true. All right, so Brunswick gets like the far end of this big chamber, and he realizes that he's in front, and he stops and he waits for someone bigger and stronger to get in front of him.
To take the lead.
Yeah.
So it appears that Sir Edwin takes the lead.
Sir Carl comes behind him.
So once we get out to that super long hallway, Brunswick's gonna take his dancing lights and he's just gonna chuck them like 100 feet.
Yep.
Down the hallway.
So yeah, there are 4 doors on your right heading down the hallway. You know, the first one leads to the room with all of the banners.
Mhm.
You know, the second door would lead you into the room with all the wax figures. You know, the third door would lead you into that room with the glass cases with all of the old, like, artifacts and trophies.
This fourth door, though, we don't know what's on the other side of.
You have not been in that room yet, correct?
Does it look like the other doors?
It looks like all the other doors. It doesn't look remarkable in any way.
All right. I'm gonna open the door.
I'm going to watch.
Okay. So you open the door, you look in, and you see a fearsome winged beast posing ferociously in the southeastern corner. 2 wolves stand in similar poses in the northern corners, while an immense coiled serpent poises itself in the southwestern corner, ready to strike. A small elephant stands in the center of the room, its head drooping far too low, and the top of its neck torn open. Thick cords of rope hoist avian creatures of every size along the ceiling, with an impressive eagle taking up the most space above. And there are doors to the north that you are now looking in, and to the west leading back into the artifact room.
Yo, this room sucks. We
Yeah.
shouldn't go in there.
And you would also know, looking around, like, everything in here is, like, taxidermied. It's like museum display. You know, like, you go down to the State Museum in Albany, it's all...
Yeah. Whew,
Yeah.
Of course we would know that.
Brunswick's gonna detect magic.
Okay, you detect magic, and you are getting a magical aura from both of the wolves and from the creature in the southeastern corner.
I don't like that. I'm gonna roll spellcraft.
I would like to roll perception for anything that seems off.
Okay.
There we go. 27 spellcraft.
15 perception.
23 spellcraft.
So, yeah, you guys, I believe you both would recognize that both of the wolves and the creature that you recognize as a griffin in the southeast corner, they have animate objects spells present on them. And as you are discerning this fact, since it takes some time it takes 3 rounds to filter in the detect magic and then doing the spellcraft.
Yeah.
As you are identifying this, all 3 of them animate and come to life. Well, quote unquote life. The 2 wolves, they let out these piercing howls, but the one next to Carl in the northwest corner struggles to get off of its stand, and actually, like, it seems like it can't detach its hind legs from the stand that it's attached to, and it literally rips itself in half trying to get off and just collapses inert.
Jesus.
Fuck yeah.
Nice.
I'm going to take that as a win, dude.
We're on
That's
our
a
way.
Total win.
The other one in to the northeast also tries to work its way off of the pedestal, but it rips like the stitching on its back in the process and just kind of collapses as it can no longer, support its own functionality.
Just smile and wave, boys.
We're doing it.
The griffin.
Carl, you're so fast, I didn't even see you work.
Just sing, 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 sing.
with his nunchucks.
With my nunchucks.
Yes, exactly.
The griffin animates and starts to beat its wings, but as
Wait.
it does so, one of the wings tears off entirely.
Yes. Okay. I was about to say you haven't described it destroying itself yet.
And also, as it climbs down from its pedestal, one of its front talons also rips off. But this thing does not seem like it's done. Okay, so the griffin rips off one of its wings and its front talon as it clambers down from its pedestal. And we begin combat, and Vulpus, you are up first.
I'm gonna inspire greatness.
Greatness or courage?
Courage. Sorry. Wasn't at the spells page yet. Yeah. So I'm gonna inspire courage. Start
All right.
drumming angrily.
All right, so everyone can toggle on that buff. Okay, and are you going to use your move action for anything?
Am I blocking anybody from getting in?
No.
I think everybody's already in.
Yeah, Emestos is still out in the hallway, but he has not been partaking in combat.
Okay. Then yeah. I'm all set right here.
Okay. Then, Madam Ladian, you are up next.
I think I'm gonna delay my turn.
Okay. So then next up is the Griffin. And it is just going to clamber forward to attack the nearest target, which is Sir Edwin. So it is going to attack with its bite. And I'm going to go ahead and say a 7 probably doesn't hit.
Close.
Don't you patronize me.
Probably not actually close.
All right. So that's all it can do because it had to move. It did the attack. So, Carl, you are up next.
All right. I'm going to teach this deformed, taxidermied abomination a lesson with my nunchucks. So I'll take a 5-foot step and...
All right. Roll the attack.
So my first nunchuck was a 21
A 21 hits.
for 5 damage.
Kill it.
Okay.
Oh yeah, nunchuck number 2 is coming down. And wouldn't you know it, it's a critical 26 with confirmation 20.
So that confirms. But yes, the bludgeoning here, this is called a ruptured spleen.
That's what I was aiming for. I didn't want to say it, but
So this
was a shadow spleen attack, is what it's called.
Okay. So this is normal damage and 1d6 bleed. This bleed can only be cured with magic.
By bleed, do they mean like taxidermy, whatever they use?
You knock the
Like
stuffing
pellets
out
or
of them.
something? Yeah, because I would go for that for sure.
Yeah,
There
no,
would be a poof of stuffing throughout the room.
Nope. No, you're not able to knock the formaldehyde out of this thing.
Oh, okay, darn. That would have been sick.
So unfortunately, that is just going to be the 4 damage.
All right. Still, though, 9 damage.
Yeah, that was a solid
good.
2 thwacks on it. And that is going to bring us to Brunswick.
All right, Brunswick holds his preloaded crossbow up, and he says, "Madam Lady, and get behind me!" And he's gonna take a shot at this griffin. Oh yeah, that's a 23 to hit,
23 definitely hits.
and that's 8 damage, baby.
Ooh.
Yeah, I mean, 8 is good if you haven't seen 9.
And then as a move action, Carl. And as a move action, Brunswick will reload his crossbow.
Okay. And that is going to then bring us to Sir Edwin.
Hold on, I'm gonna jump in that right here
Okay.
because this feels like a great time
To kill steal?
No, first thing I'm gonna do after hearing Brunswick say "get behind me" is take a 5-foot step forward. Right? You can see this.
You're such a free spirit.
And I'm gonna cast Touch of Fatigue and make a touch attack.
Okay. So I need a melee touch attack.
It's a 6.
A 6 is not going to be enough.
Madam Lady, no!
And now it is Sir Edwin's turn.
I am going to draw the +1 heavy shield.
Okay.
And then I am going to aid another on Madam Ladian.
You have to roll an attack against an AC of 10.
Yep.
All
20.
right. So a 20 will do it. So Madame Ladian gets a +2 bonus on whatever she does next. That brings us back to the top in Vulpus.
Vulpus is going to. I'm gonna use resistance onto Sir Edwin.
Okay. So Sir Edwin gets a +1 bonus on his next saving throw. I believe that's what it does.
I mean, I just can't get in there, so I'm not looking to push that.
Okay. Well, then that is going to bring us to the Griffin, unless you want to move or whatever.
No.
Also, if you're maintaining Inspire Courage, make sure you're ticking off those uses.
Oh, right. Nope. I'm not gonna move.
Okay. Then it is the Griffin's turn, and it is going to retaliate here against Carl, who bapped it a couple of times and is within
Well,
reach.
when you do the most damage, that's what happens.
So that is a 10 to hit with the bite.
A 10 will not hit.
Okay. Well, how about a 20 with its talon?
Yeah.
So
Just the one talent, though, right? The other one's,
the other one's still on the pedestal, yeah.
yeah, okay.
So Carl takes 8 damage from that talon.
Oh my god! That's half my health. Jeez, good thing the other one's stuck to the fucking floor.
That's your prize for doing 9 damage.
Shut the fuck up.
All right, but now Carl, it is your turn.
All right. I do not take kindly to that. I am going to absolutely nunchuck this dude into tomorrow.
I'd like to see you try.
Just stand there and fight.
Just like a ninja.
Just like a ninja. I see. 24 to hit.
24 hits.
4 damage.
Nice.
Next attack. 24 to hit.
24 hits.
Yeah, that's right. 6 damage.
Ooh.
You thought I was at my maximum with 9? Eat 10.
And he's not even trying
Slap.
to get sneak attack
Slap.
damage.
That's right. I'm just standing there wailing on this thing.
All right. Then that's going to bring us back to Brunswick.
Can I make a knowledge check on animated objects?
Yeah. Anyone who would like to can do a knowledge arcana check.
Brunswick got a 24.
Okay.
I also got a 24.
What?
Okay. So yeah, you both recognize this as an animated griffin, a taxidermic griffin. So you know that you would know that it is a construct, not your normal. I believe a griffin's a magical beast. Yeah, and you can each ask me 3 questions about it.
Do they have any DR?
They do not.
That's good. Do they have any special attacks?
You know that this thing technically has the ability to pounce and to rake.
Okay. I play the HP game.
Okay.
30.
Higher. Answer, Edwin. 3 questions.
Does it have any resistances?
Other than its construct immunities, no.
You did the HP game with 30 and it was higher.
Mm-hmm.
I would like to do the HP game.
Okay.
45.
Higher.
If it could take me anywhere on a date, where would it be?
Finally. Good question.
It would probably take you to a nice dockside cafe down by the docks.
I mean, where else would they be?
Like sea?
Dockside Cafe by the docks.
I meant to say a seaside cafe by the docks.
Okay.
I'm just going to pass on the third question, I guess.
Okay. So Brunswick, it's still your turn.
Okay. Brunswick's gonna rinse and repeat. Crossbow.
Okie dokie.
11 to hit.
11 definitely does not hit.
Okay.
Especially because I'm pretty sure you don't have precise shot.
Oh, yeah, that's true. So Brunswick's gonna reload and rethink his tactics.
All right. That brings us back to Madame Ladian.
I'm gonna try and touch it again.
Okay.
With our knowledge checks, would we know if touch of fatigue is gonna do anything?
You know that it's a construct, and they tend not to get fatigued.
Well, I don't know that, so.
Well, Brunswick blurts out everything he knows about it.
Well, I guess in that case, I'll just swing some claws at it.
Ooh. I think this is the first time Brunswick
Was it Madam
seeing
Lady and got
Lady's
claws? Yeah.
15.
15 hits.
Yeah, I'm giving you a +2 to that too.
Yep, so 17 also hits.
All right. And 3 damage.
3 damage it is.
So the next one would be a 9.
A 9 does not hit.
Well, I guess it would be an 11, actually.
You only get the assist on the first one.
Oh.
But either way, the 11 would not have hit either. So,
All right. That's all I got.
all right, Sir Edwin, you're up next. And the attractive middle-aged woman next to you just grew claws and slashed at this griffin.
I've seen worse. I'm going to use one of my martial flexibility, give myself improved unarmed strike, which also gives me the improved grapple, right?
Yes, per the house rules.
Okay. And then I'm going to try and I'm guessing by this board, it's a larger sized creature.
It is a large creature, yes.
I'm going to try and jump onto it.
Okay.
Yes.
All right, then give me that CMB check with a +2 from the improved grapple.
20?
20 is enough to grapple.
Yes.
Then that brings us back to the top. Vulpus, you are up.
Vulpus is going to actually move to the square next to Madam Ladian with rapier in hand and give a nice little jab. Little jabby jab.
I don't know what you mean.
All right, let's see it.
Ooh, that's no good. Not an 8 to hit.
Yeah, 8 does not hit. And now it is the griffin's turn. And it does not like the knight hanging off of its back. So it is going to try and attack Sir Edwin a couple of times to get him to let go. So we got a bite and a claw. I assume a 5 doesn't hit. So yeah, the first one is a 5 to hit on the bite. It's kind of hard to bite something that's on your back. But it manages to reach up with a claw, and that is a critical threat.
Uh-oh.
That's a natural 20. And does a 19 confirm?
I believe it does, because we're not counting the shield since I'm using it to grapple the hand. So, yes.
Okay. We have a slashing crit here. What? So, yeah, the griffin gets you across the eyes.
Uh-oh.
Normal damage. And the target is permanently blinded.
No way.
Reflex save negates the blindness. So that's a DC 19 reflex save.
You gotta be fucking kidding me. Hold on. Are we sure that grappling makes your shield not apply its
You
AC
have to
bonus?
use both hands
All right.
to grapple. Otherwise, you take a -4 on the check.
Okay.
And I didn't state that ahead of time.
Okay.
So it's a DC 19 reflex.
Do you have a hero point?
Do I get a bonus for having my helmet on with the visor down?
You get a +1 from the
Yes, I do get a +1 from your
Holy shit, he does.
resistance.
Oh, yeah.
You have a hero point?
How many do you start with?
You start with 1, so if you haven't used it yet, then you've still got it.
I did use it already.
All right, let's see a reflex save. Oh my god.
Maybe some Manny points lying around.
Let's go.
21.
Oh.
It's actually
wow.
22 because of Vulpus's resistance spell.
Fuck yeah.
Oh, baby. All right. So you are not blinded, and you are going to take 6 damage from the claw as it swipes across your face, just barely missing your eyes.
I imagine the eyelashes are just like shaved down just a little bit.
Oh, I'm sure there's going to be some pretty scars on my face from that one.
Yeah, I imagine that, like, instead of, like, it just missing his eyes, Sir Edwin, like, manages to, like, roll his face away to, like, with the claws. So, like, they just get the side of his face instead of going across his eyes.
Takes the helmet right off.
Yeah. All right. Carl, that brings us to you.
All right. I'm going to finish this once and for all by standing still and fighting with nunchucks.
If you were to move,
Attack 1, 17, and remember, there's grappling.
Yeah, I mean 17 definitely hits.
Oh, perfect. 4 damage. And then the second one was a 24 for 5 damage. So another 9 spot on this fool.
All right. Well, you are nothing if not consistent. And Brunswick, back to you.
Okay.
I didn't kill it? Oh my god.
No,
This is the strongest stuffed animal I've ever faced.
I would assume so.
Brunswick is gonna move counterclockwise around the combat, so he can get a clear shot. Now that Madam Ladian and Vulpus are both in his way, and he's gonna shoot his crossbow at it again.
Okay.
Oh, that's a 10 to hit, but he is grappled.
He is grappled, but you also have a -4 for shooting in melee, so that does not hit. And that's going to bring us back to Madam Ladian.
I can't believe this thing's still up.
Oh, it's got a lot of hit points.
Yeah.
So my first claw was a natural 20 to hit.
Okay.
The confirmation is a natural 20.
All right.
So I'm going to roll a third d20 to see if I just kill it.
All right. Let's see what you got.
Do it.
17.
All right. So you definitely
Elusive
crit,
trip 20.
but you did not do the trip 20.
God damn.
Oh, all right. This is called a leg swipe. So double damage, and the target is knocked prone with no save.
Nice.
Alright, so it's at 6 damage and knocked prone.
Yep.
And then the second claw is a 15, which I didn't think was going to hit, but now all of a sudden it's prone.
Yeah, I think it's a +4.
Yeah, so that does hit.
Nice, that's another 5 damage.
Nice.
Damn it, that's a -4 for me for range attacks.
So now you're shooting at a -8.
Yeah, but he's grappled.
All right, this thing is definitely looking rough right now. And now we're back to Sir Edwin.
Pin it.
Well, as a standard action, maintain.
Okay, so roll a grapple check.
So, since it did not spend its last action, or did not spend an action to try and break, I get a +5.
Yep.
That is correct. And this is technically an attack roll. So you're in a melee attack roll and it's prone, so that's another +4.
Gotcha. So it's this +9.
Yeah.
It's 20 total.
It's a good thing you got the bonus. That does maintain the grapple.
Okay. And then I will pin it.
Okay. There's no extra for that, right? It's just...
No. It's just one of the 3 things you can do once you have it grappled.
Okay. Phew. All right, Vulpus, that brings us back to you.
I'm gonna stop my bardic. I'm gonna stop inspired encourage.
Okay.
By inspired courage, not encourage. Take that 5-foot step and rapier. Ooh.
Oh.
So a 19 on the dice, which is a critical threat.
Indeed it is.
So it's a 12. Oh, wait,
right,
plus
well-
2, 14.
Yep, a 14 does hit. So, the crit. This is a piercing because it's the rapier. This is called My Teeth. Normal damage and 1 con damage. Target loses bite. Gains 20% spell failure chance for verbal spells.
That's fucking huge.
Yeah.
So you got rid of its
Wait.
bite attack, but it doesn't have a con score because it's a construct and it doesn't do spells. But so you're only doing normal damage, but you got rid of its bite attack.
Yeah.
I'm cool with that
Yeah.
because I've got it pinned.
Yeah.
All right. So yeah, how much damage is normal damage?
5 damage.
5 damage. All right.
Shove it right into his mouth and just kind of whack around.
We're
Till the candy
we're
just
having our way
falls
with
out.
this Griffin at this point.
Yeah, well, Tom apparently is.
Okay. And that brings us back to the Griffin, who I guess is just gonna kind of wildly thrash its talon at Sir Edwin. Or it's pinned. It can't even do that, can it?
Nope.
So he's gonna try
Try
and
and break your grapple.
break the grapple.
Yeah.
That's a CMB.
Yeah.
Yep.
I'm sure this is going to go great. Oh, fuck. That's a natural 20 on the CMB.
What does that mean?
That means it succeeds.
Yep. Breaks the grapple.
Oh, breaks.
It is still prone, though.
It is still prone. So this thing, just like with one last shriek, it just throws Sir Edwin off of it. And it goes to stand up to continue the fight, which provokes from all of you. All right. Tax of opportunity. Vulpus, you can do it first because you're first in initiative.
11.
And 11 does hit its prone AC.
Oh, shit. 5 damage.
5 damage, and you have taken down this griffin.
Oh, man. So I wiggle around my, rapier. I just, dig it into into its mouth and kind of just wiggle it around until I assume certain things just come loose, and then just give it one last final jab and go all the way to the spinal column, or what used to be its spinal column.
All right. You do that, and the body just detaches itself from the head and neck, and you're just left with this taxidermied eagle head and neck hanging off of your rapier.
Carl, directly across from Vulpus, as this thing falls, he sees the fire in his eyes and just sees the mangled remains on the edge of his rapier, and is kind of like, "Whoa, holy shit!"
Told you.
I thought I was trying. This dude just.
I told you I didn't need bear's endurance, if you know what I mean.
Well, now I do.
So I think we all know what you mean now, Vulpus. But, Sir Edwin, that was remarkable. Wrapped your arms around that thing and you just suplexed his ass down to the ground.
Yes, and Carl was there also, remember.
Carl, with those nunchucks.
I'm gonna roll over onto my chest and then push myself up off the floor and look around for my helmet if I can find it. Let the shell shock wear off.
And Brunswick is pointedly leaving Madam Lady and out of his the accolades that he's handing out. And he's kind of
she didn't listen.
Well, he kind of sends a.
She's pointedly not trying to get the accolades.
That's kind of what Brunswick's he has never known Madam Lady to have any sort of fight in her. And just earlier today, he was like, "You should have this crossbow to defend yourself," and she's like, "Oh no, I could never." And so he and now she's growing
He's right.
claws.
He's all right.
So he kind of leaves her out of it, and he's plans to kind of maybe approach her in a more private setting later.
All right. So the griffin is down. What would you all like to do now?
Brunswick's, I guess, gonna take one last look around the room.
Yeah, for healing potions.
Yeah, that was a lot of
Any-
hubbub for nothing
yeah.
in the room.
Any lingering magic?
No. You're still getting some lingering magic auras from the two wolves that kind of just collapsed, but nothing. You can already see that the magic is fading.
What a complete waste of time.
After I calm down from that shell shock, I'm gonna wander over to Vulpus. I'm gonna reach out my hand. That was well done, Vulpus. You sure you haven't trained one of the sword academies?
Oh, who, me? No, I've been a wandering influencer, if you know what I mean.
Naturally. Brunswick shouts from the other room.
Yeah, I know a sword instructor or two. If you're interested, that was some impressive moves you got.
Maybe I'll take you up on that offer once we're out of here, if you know what I mean.
Okay. So next, what are we doing?
Brunswick's already back in the hallway. And first thing he does is make sure that
That someone's going to get in front of him.
Well, yeah, but while he's waiting for other people to get in the hallway, he makes sure Amistos is still at his post. By post, I mean
How
corpse.
do I heal?
You ask someone that has the capability.
Or you rest like every other campaign.
Heal, please. How I mine for fish.
Do you need heals?
Heal, please. I'm kind
He
of like
doesn't even
sliced
know.
open.
Yeah, he had like half his
So-
health taken out in one hit.
Anyone have any bandages?
Yeah. Here, why don't you stand right over here, and I'll take care of you.
Okay.
And Vulpus.
I'm a little hesitant because he didn't follow that up with "if you know what I mean."
Cure light wounds.
Oh shit! Nice.
8
So he heals
damage.
8.
That's the exact amount I was missing. Thank you.
No problem.
Well, I feel like $1 million. Thank you.
In a previous life, I believe you've helped me quite a few times, if you know what I mean.
I know what you mean. I know what you mean.
He does. All right. So, Carl has been healed. What's next on the agenda, folks?
Brunswick waits for a big strapping man to go down that hallway before him.
I follow Sir Edwin here.
Okay, so you guys exit and you follow the hallway further to the east.
Once we get to that eastern corner, Carl's gonna... I keep calling myself Carl tonight. I don't know why. And never mind, because Brunswick was going to throw his dancing lights down the hallway, but I can see that there's a door right there.
Indeed, you turn the corner and, it looks similar to right down at the other end. You turn the corner, 10 feet in, there's a door.
I open the door.
Sir Edwin opens the door. You open the door and you see thick wooden bookshelves jutting out from the eastern and western walls. Bundles of paper, scroll tubes, and thick tomes crammed these shelves nearly to bursting. Layers of dust coat some areas of the chamber, but others remain suspiciously clean. Books and papers crowd one of the work tables at the corners, smeared with ink. 2 doors exit to the south, while one door leads north, which is where you are coming from.
Brunswick walks in wide-eyed. He's looking at all these books. Then he remembers that there's apparently some sort of caretaker here. And so first he's going to detect magic real quick.
I'll also detect magic. Wow.
Okay.
Vulpus?
You are detecting... Oh, is Vulpus also detecting magic?
Yeah.
Okay. So, yeah, you all detect magic, and you are all honing in on a magical aura coming from one of the scroll tubes in the western portion, from one of the western shelves kind of in the middle of the room.
Okay. So basically, Brunswick starts detecting magic, and like round 1, it's like there is a presence of magic. But like before it can he doesn't wait like the full 3 rounds before he raises his voice and he says, "Hello, is there anybody else here?"
You do not get a response.
Okay. All right. Well, I think Brunswick wants to start getting kind of a rough inventory on what sort of books are being held here.
You go through, and it's a lot of genealogical surveys, some old textbooks, census reports, like Senate minutes. This seems to be it seems to be more of a historical archive than a true library, at least in this room.
I see.
Vulpus got a 25 on his, on spellcraft.
Okay. Well, you're able to, with your detect magic, you're able to hone in that the magic auras are coming from a scroll case on one of the shelves. But your spellcraft is not going to do any good until you can actually see what is inside.
In other words, it's probably trapped, and Matt's trying to trick us into activating it.
That's
No,
what I
it-
heard.
Yep.
So go take it off the shelf, Vulpus.
Well, maybe in a past life I would, but
I didn't say that in character.
So
I mean,
what are
I'm
you
sure
guys doing?
Tom doesn't want to take it out now, but I'm sure Vulpus still does.
Oh, I know. Me as a player, I do, but I'm not playing Vipera right now, so I'm trying to keep those two personalities separate.
I don't think picking up a magical scroll case to identify a scroll inside is Vipera levels of
Is it in a
reckless.
right? But is it inside some sort of protective barrier?
I don't think he ever said that.
No, he didn't at all.
You said it's inside
Vulpus
a
wanted to
scroll case.
identify this. And then once Tom heard Alex say, "Oh, that means it's probably trapped," all of a sudden Vulpus doesn't want to look at this anymore.
No, I was trying to detect the magic of it first. I wasn't trying to go up to it originally.
All right. Well, whatever you want to do, Tom.
If nobody goes up to take the scrolls out, then Madam
Lady
Ladian is going to go up and take them out.
Brunswick would be all for it, but he's kind of busy taking a look at this the contents of this library right now, so he's a bit distracted.
Yeah,
so Madam
that's
Lady
fine.
would probably.
If she sees no one's like actually going to the scrolls and looking through them, then she will.
Okay. So Madam Ladian pulls this the scroll case that you are detecting magical auras from. You go to open it, and yeah, lo and behold, something happens.
Oh shit!
It wasn't so much trapped as
Yeah, how you gonna spin this, Matt?
Well, no, it wasn't so much trapped as something flies out and attacks you.
That sounds like a trap.
trap.
It was
There was a
ambushed.
negative consequence.
Let's see. So does a 14 beat your flat-footed CMD?
What?
Probably most definitely. I'm not sure how I'm flat-footed though.
Because you were not expecting that to happen.
I mean, even if Nick knew it was going to happen, I don't think Madam Ladian was like, "Oh, something's going to fly out of this tube and attack me."
Yeah.
It does beat my flat-footed.
All right. So you open this tube, and what seems like a magical scroll launches itself out and wraps itself around your face.
Oh my fucking god! Are
Wow,
you serious?
Yeah. So let's see. You.
That's some fucking deja vu right there.
Right?
For real.
Oh, I'm sorry. That was supposed to be an attack.
What?
It was supposed to be an attack roll, not the CMD, but it was the same bonus. So instead of that, does a 14 hit your flat-footed AC?
Oh, well, I did it based off my AC, so yeah, it is.
Okay. So you take 4 damage, and you are going to start bleeding on your turn, and it grapples you because it got even higher on the grapple check.
Jeez, anything else, Matt?
Yes, actually. Thank you, Joe.
God damn it, Joe.
I'm sorry, guys. That's on me.
You're also going to take another 7 damage as the thing just starts squeezing your head.
Again, that's on me.
Okay, well, I'm almost unconscious. And
Ooh,
I feel like
yeah.
this came up in Tyrant's Grass. This thing doesn't present as a different magical aura.
I mean, there could be a magical scroll in the tube still.
Yeah. Because I remember in Tyrant's Grasp, it was in the scriptorium. Like, the thing was like
Right, but-
sitting on top of another one.
But that doesn't present as 2 different auras? I get that it's
No,
on top
because
of
it's
it, but
because it's not a magical item. It's like a construct.
It's yeah. And actually, there were several auras coming from inside that scroll tube.
well, I guess my point was like usually auras like you can kind of determine from the school of magic, like, oh, maybe this is gonna hurt me type magic, but this is a construct, so it doesn't show as magic at all.
Correct.
Right. Okay. So that is going to take us into initiative, and Vulpus is once again up first.
Oh my god.
Can we do knowledge?
Yep, Knowledge Arcana to identify this thing.
I got an 11.
16.
All right. Well, so Brunswick and Sir Edwin, you are unsure, but Vulpus, you recognize this as a Guardian Scroll. It is a tiny-sized construct, and you can ask me one question.
Let's go with let's just do the HP game.
Okay.
12.
Higher.
Wow, great guess, Tom.
I don't know. It's thin as a piece of paper. I'm thinking it's.
That's true. That's true.
Like,
Okay. Then, yeah,
It
Vulpus,
feels
you're
like
up
you almost
first.
never want to hear Oh, sorry. I was gonna say it feels like you almost never want to hear higher though, because then it's like, but how much higher?
All right, so Vulpus, you identify it as a Guardian Scroll, and you know it is hardier than you would like it to be.
I would like to grant. I'm gonna do Cure Light Wounds onto Madame Ladian.
Okay.
Ooh, 4 health.
Okay. Let's just hope it doesn't squeeze me again.
Yeah, why would it do that? Speaking of which, it's it's now the scroll's turn. So it is going to maintain the grapple with a natural 20.
That probably won't grab.
All right, so that'll happen later. Let's see.
What do you mean that'll happen later? He's worse than you, Axel.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do less mumbling.
Yeah, we don't know the terror that's coming. Matt gives you these little snippets of like.
All right.
I keep
So
the dread to myself.
So you are going to take another 4 damage as this thing continues to just squeeze your face.
Seriously, like, what cure light wounds? I'm just like, oh, I feel a little better. Oh, I don't feel any better. Okay.
But yeah, that is its turn. Sir Edwin, you're up.
Oh. I guess aid another.
You don't want to try and cut it off with your sword?
Isn't it like currently contoured to your face?
Yeah,
Yep.
I'm just saying. I mean, it'd be reasonable if he would think like, oh, I'm a swordsman.
Yeah, this is not something they taught a solution for in the academy. So I'm just gonna aid another, I guess.
Okay, roll the attack roll. I assume you're aiding Madame Lydian.
Yes. 10.
10. Yay, you managed to meet the bare minimum. So,
That's the number.
Madame Lydian, you are given a +2 on your next action. Brunswick, you're up next.
Brunswick is going to... Can I tell that Madame Ladian is like suffocating?
Well, I assume like I'm probably pulling at it, like.
Yeah, it's only been a few seconds, so like you could make the assumption that she can't breathe, but she doesn't really have a way of communicating that to you, at least not yet.
Okay.
Like the thing is wrapped around her face, so like you can make whatever assumptions you wish with that information.
I think Brunswick is going to hold an action for if this scroll is no longer grappling Madame Lady, and he's going to throw an acid splash at it.
Okay. Then that brings us to Carl.
Yeah. All right. I've had a lot of time to think about my turn, and I think it was all wasted. I'm gonna come up and try to whack that book off his face
Okay.
with my nunchucks, of course. Much like a surgeon and his precision
nunchucks.
scalpel. Yeah. You guys see Bruce Lee with playing ping pong?
I have.
Oh, well, I was gonna say that's me, but this attack says otherwise. 11?
This attack feels like a surgeon using nunchucks
Yes.
to do surgery.
Surgical nunchucks.
An 11 does not hit.
Not even when it's distracted by being on his face and sucking his life force out of him?
Grappling just makes you lose your dex bonus to AC, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Grappled.
It's effectively a -2, right?
Oh, yeah, that's right. It gives you like a -4 to your dex for AC.
That is correct. Yes.
Right. So, yeah, 11 does not hit.
Right. Okay. Just had to double check. And I had to move quite a bit to get up here, so that's my turn.
All right. And,
Good luck, everybody else.
And next up is Madame Ladian. And you are going to take 2 points of bleed.
I guess can I try and claw it off? I don't know if it's a claw attack or if it's a CMB to break free. What are my options?
I think you can do either.
You can do either.
You can attack it, or you can CMB to break the grapple.
Okay, I guess I got a CMB because I'm about to go unconscious. And I don't think I could one-shot it. Oh man, that's not a great CMB though. 17.
I'm giving you a
Alright.
+2 as well.
That's true.
19.
So that's a 19 from Sir Edwin's assist.
Well, with the assist, you manage to pull this thing off of your face.
Nice. And that's going to trigger
My
Brunswick's
hero.
held action.
Power play.
Oh, that's a natural 20 and a 14 versus its touch AC to confirm, and I think it's still technically grappled.
But you also still don't have precise shot, so that's going to be a 10, which is not going to confirm.
All right. So,
But you hit with the acid splash.
all right. 3 acid damage.
Very nice. Madam Ladian.
I'm a little confused. Did I just like pull it off of me and now I'm holding it? So like we're still occupying the same 5-foot square?
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. I just moved it away to signify that it's no longer attached to your face.
Okay.
Oh. So you're going to want a 5-foot step away from it, because now if it wants to attack you, it has to move into your space, and that would provoke.
Yeah, let's do that. We'll take a 5-foot step down towards my hero, Sir Edwin.
Okay. Leaving the scroll behind. So you drop the grapple, you take a 5-foot step, and the scroll is still kind of floating in this space. All right. That brings us to Vulpus.
Vulpus gives a little rapier flickaroo. Does a 17 hit
It does indeed.
for 5 damage. Wow, I really like that 5 damage.
Yeah, you've been doing a lot of that.
So, unrelated question. Is your rapier magic by chance?
Oh, man.
Unrelated.
That's totally related.
No, it's not
You
magical.
failed that bluff check.
All right. So you stab it, and it seems to not really affect it too much.
Oh my god.
But now it's the scroll's turn, and it doesn't like being stabbed. So it is going to kind of float over to Vulpus and try to attack. So everyone gets an attack of opportunity.
Yes.
Everyone except Brunswick.
Naturally.
18.
18 hits.
2 damage.
Okay. It does not seem bothered by your nunchucks.
Oh, really?
Who's next?
19 to hit.
19 hits.
1 non-lethal.
All right. It does not seem bothered by that either.
I'm using the. It says heavy steel shield, but it's a +1.
The plus one does not give it a +1 to attack.
Right, but it is considered magic, right?
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
So not adding the +1 because I'm using it as an attack and not defensively. It's a 20 to hit
20 hits.
with 5 damage.
It doesn't seem to do anything.
What? Maybe doesn't do anything.
I can hear
So it's
Alex
just-
over there. He knows.
I know.
It's just immune to physical damage.
No.
How did we kill it in Tyrant's
Close.
Grass? I don't remember.
Fucking... I don't remember either.
Yes,
It
you
wasn't
do.
Rogyar.
It wasn't
once.
Rogyar.
For the same reason that it's not going to be Edwin.
Right.
So, Madam Lady, did you hit it as well?
Yeah, I had a 20 with my claw.
That hits.
You're
Yeah.
slashing damage. Not piercing, not bludgeoning, but slashing.
Yeah, well, that still does not seem to break through its DR.
What the fuck is this thing?
All right.
We're going to party wipe on a book. Not even a book, a scroll.
So, let's see here. Vulpus. Oh, shit, that's a natural 1.
Oh, unless it kills itself, it doesn't matter.
But I'm pretty sure a 27 does not confirm.
Jesus Christ. No, that doesn't confirm.
All right. So it is currently occupying the same space as Vulpus, but it is now Sir Edwin's turn.
If I whacked it with my shield and it did nothing, seemingly.
You could take the Carl approach to success. Try and try again.
I'm going to aid another with Madam Labdian.
Okay.
You might want to aid somebody who knows what they're going to do on their next turn.
Nat 20 on the aid.
All right. So you're gonna aid her so hard.
Right? She's going to get a +4.
At least a
All
plus
right.
Mega
3.
aids.
All right, Brunswick, that brings us to you then.
You like how Matt just doesn't acknowledge us?
Yes.
He's just right on steam rolls through it.
Yep. Brunswick's gonna acid splash again.
Okay.
That's a 17 versus its touch AC.
With the -4 for shooting into melee, that does not hit.
Okay.
Carl.
Yeah, I'm not feeling too good about this. I pretty much am a nunchuck guy. Can I? Ooh. This thing's probably immune to poison, right?
Oh. I mean, I do know, but you don't know.
Would my character think that I could poison this piece of paper? No,
Does
that's
that-
absurd. I can't do
Yeah.
that.
Does that sound completely retarded to you?
Yes, it does. But all I have is these goddamn nunchucks and my poison, dude. I'm a rogue.
Carl, its
Maybe if
weakness
I
are the
sneak-
books.
You're not
Destroy all the books.
You're not a rogue. You're a ninja.
I know what I am. I'm gonna sneak behind it for sneak attack damage.
It's
Okay.
in Vulpus's space.
Oh, right.
So yeah, you don't even need to move. But if you want to, walk around it so that someone else could flank with you, that is an option.
Yeah. Yeah, let's do that.
And this thing is tiny. It does not have a reach, so you're not provoking anything by moving around it.
Perfect. So I move around it and totally sneak attack it.
Well, you're not going to get the sneak attack yet, but you are now in position to when someone else gets around it.
Can I hold my action until that happens?
You can.
Oh, perfect.
Okay, that brings us to Madame Ladian.
We have nothing for this thing.
Yep. That's kind of what I'm feeling like. I'm not sure if my claws would hit high enough to get over its DR. I guess maybe with a crit. Do I have... I thought I took one of those... Didn't we get 3 healing potions? Last session maybe?
I think so. I
And I'm
think
pretty-
Brunswick gave one of them to you.
I'm pretty sure I was the only one that took one of them beside... Brunswick ended up with 2, right? I just listened
Yeah,
to it
Brunswick
earlier
has
today, so...
2 potions of Cure Light Wounds.
Yeah. So I'm gonna take a 5-foot step,
Okay.
kind of diagonally getting more behind Sir Edwin, and I'm going to retrieve and drink my potion. And it's what, 1d8?
1d8 plus 1.
Oh, ooh, perfect. Max roll. I needed that. I was on 1 hit point.
Are we about to team wipe on this stupid fucking scroll thing?
No, I've got the answer, guys. Skip ahead to
Oh,
me.
perfect.
All right. Well, right now it is Vulpus's turn.
I'd take a 5-foot step diagonally, and damn, dude, I don't even have a spell for this. All right, rapier, I guess. 'Cause we got nothing else.
All right.
Ooh, 7 does not hit, does it?
No, it does not. So now it is the scroll's turn. And it's gonna keep chasing Vulpus.
Oh my god, I'm not even doing anything to it. My attacks aren't even doing anything to it.
But yeah, Vulpus and Carl, you get attacks of opportunity.
Okay. 21
21 hits.
for 5 damage.
It doesn't seem to do anything.
Carl's not a bright man, by the way, so
11 to hit.
11 does not
Oh
hit.
my fucking god. Please roll another one.
Well, let's see. Holy shit, he rolled a 1.
yes.
Are you fucking kidding me?
Continue hypnotizing the
This'll be
GM, Tom.
But I
Your
think
greatest triumph yet.
a 23 does not confirm.
Man.
I don't
Basically,
give
it sounds like these natural ones is the only thing saving you. Like, if
Yeah.
that rolls a 2, it's gonna get you.
yeah.
Oh man. All right, Sir Edwin, that brings us to you.
All right, I'm going to grab a book off the shelf here and make my way over.
Okay. So you grab a book and you walk on over.
Yep. Is that combined into a move action, or is that move and standard?
That's going to be move and standard.
Okay.
I'd say it's a move action to grab the book, but then in order to actually move more than 5 feet, you need your standard action to move.
Yep, that's fine.
Okay, Brunswick.
Okay, Brunswick's going to take a 5-foot step southwest. He's going to say, Madam Lady, and hold on! He's going to take a scroll out of his bag, and he's going to begin casting Summon Monster 2.
Oh.
Okay, and that is definitely on the wizard spell list, so you don't need the use magic device check, right?
Correct.
Or it's like just it's super simple.
It's because it's on my spell list.
Okay, I thought scrolls were a little different. I know the wand would be.
Scrolls are way more complicated.
Yeah.
Let me just double check here.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it is a use magic device check, but it's like
I think it's a caster level check, actually.
yeah, but it's like ridiculously low because like it is on your spell list.
Yeah, okay. Has Scrollman deciphered it? Yes. Can you cast spells of the type listed? Then yes. Is it on your spell list? Yes. Do you have the appropriate ability score at 10 plus the spell level? Yes. Is your caster level higher than the caster level in the spell scroll? No. Make a caster level check with a DC of the scroll's caster level plus 1. So if it's Summon Monster 2, its caster level is 3, so the DC is 4.
Yeah. So you need to roll. So just don't roll in that 1 and you cast it fine.
Yes. I got a 6. Oh, I got a 18.
Okay. So yes, you are able to effectively cast the spell,
Okay.
and whatever you are bringing into existence will appear next round.
Indeed it will.
Carl, you're up.
Okay. So I sort of missed my last turn because no one ever attacked. Is that correct?
Correct.
Okay. This time, I'm poised for the sneak attack, right? Ready to go. No one ever does anything. So I'm just going to abandon that plan completely, and I'm going to try and grapple this thing. Like, pin it down on the ground.
All right, so that's going to be a grapple check, CMB.
Oh, come on. There's so many big numbers surrounding what number it showed up on the dice roll. That's a 5.
5 is not going to be enough to grab this slippery scroll.
Yeah, dude, this thing is crazy. All right. Is
All
that
right,
my whole turn?
Unless you want to move.
No.
All right, so then yes, then that brings us to Madame Ladian.
Alright, I guess I'm gonna go up and swing a claw at this thing and hope for a crit. I'm just moving up to Vulpes to get in range to swing a claw at it.
Okay.
It's a 19 to hit
19 hits.
and 2 damage.
All right, that seems to be ineffective.
Seems to be the result we're getting back.
Vulpes, we're in you.
Vulpes is going to take a 5-foot step to his east and gonna rapier.
Okay, let's see it.
Does a 15 hit.
A 15 does hit.
Nice.
For 1 damage.
Less nice.
Yeah, and that appears to do nothing. Okay, it is the scroll's turn. And doesn't seem to be having any luck with Vulpes. So it's going to turn around and try going after Carl.
What?
So Carl, first it's going to move into your space, so everybody except Brunswick gets an attack of opportunity.
And when it moves, is that considered it being moving adjacent to me?
I mean, it already was adjacent to you.
It moves into a square that is adjacent to you.
Okay, so that's gonna actually trigger my trick, which is called levitation buffer, and I can either have it lift all adjacent enemies into the air, and then they move at half speed and take a -4 penalty to CMDs against a bunch of things, or I can push enemies away by making a bull rush CMB where I use my level and my charisma modifier. So that's going to be what? 2 plus... It's a
Your
plus
charisma, yeah.
6. Did I just roll a d20 plus 6?
Yep.
Okay. Oh, so close to being good. That's going to be a 8, which I'm guessing doesn't beat its CMD.
No, it does not.
Alright. But I'll still take my attack of opportunity.
Jeez. 7.
7 does not hit. Anybody else?
11.
11 also does not hit.
I got a 14.
14 also does not hit. Okay, so the thing moves into Carl's space and attacks.
I dodge.
You could try, but I think a 28 is still going to hit.
Oh yeah, that's a bigger number than I have on anything.
So that is 5 damage.
Okay.
And then a 17. Does a 17 beat your CMD?
Yeah.
All right, so it is grappling you, which then deals another 5 points of damage as it starts crushing your head.
Quick, while it's
Okay.
on your face, what does it say?
Yeah, as a free action, I read it.
Okay.
We've been
well,
trying to reach you about your car's extended warranty.
Dude, that would be the killer fucking scroll.
But
We've
yeah,
updated our privacy policy.
and also,
Except cookies.
and also, Carl, you cannot breathe right now.
Yes, but can I read? I don't care about breathing.
Since when did you care about reading?
I mean, yeah, that's true too. But someone did yell read.
But yeah, Sir Edwin, it is now your turn.
I don't suppose I can grapple a grappled
You can. Yeah, you could like grapple it to like pull it off of him.
and then maintain a grapple on it.
Yeah, because then you would be like then taking over the grapple.
Yep. Okay, I'm gonna again use my last martial flex, give myself improved unarmed strike, and I'm gonna go for grabbing, pull it off his face. 15.
I think
15.
it's a 17 with your martial flexibility feat, unless that's put in there.
It's not. So
So 17.
yeah. And
17.
Doesn't it also have a -2 for being tiny?
It's also grappled.
Yeah.
So it's
Like,
minus-
The size thing is already factored in, but it is currently being grappled, so that 17 is enough to grab it.
Excellent.
Wow,
So, Carl, you are no longer suffocating.
that's great news.
So yeah, that brings us to Brunswick.
Brunswick's summon monster spell goes off, and the sassy fire elemental Brûlé appears, one space to his south.
Okay, things are happening now.
Okay, this is a small fire elemental.
Yes.
Okay.
I instruct Brûlé to do a full attack on this Guardian Scroll.
Which involves a single slam.
Yes, indeed. That'll be a 16 versus its grappled AC.
A 16 hits.
Okay. Deals 3 points of damage. Is the best I can tell, that's like actually just bludgeoning damage.
Yeah.
So its burn ability says that it deals fire damage in addition to damage dealt on a successful hit in melee. So it sounds like this ability is going to proc whether or not that slam actually did any damage.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, like basically you made contact with it, so the burn happens.
Okay. So it needs to make a reflex save.
Okay.
And it's grappled, so that's a -2.
That's a 16.
All right. So that succeeds, so it doesn't catch fire. All right. And which space is the scroll in right now? Is it in?
It's in
Carl's?
Carl's space.
Okay. So Brunswick is going to move 10 feet north, and then he's going to throw another acid splash at it.
Okay.
That's not going to hit.
No, it is not. Okay, and that brings us to Carl.
I'd like to hide from this thing. I have 4 HP. I'm just gonna take a 5-foot stepperoni over here,
Okay.
and then a 5-foot step over here,
Okay.
and then
Well, that's no
another
longer
5-foot step over here.
that's no longer 5-foot step. That's just moving. But this creature is
Yeah, that's what I
grappled,
mean.
so it can't take the attacks of opportunity anyway.
Okay, perfect. So, yeah, I'm gonna hide behind Vulpus, if you know what I mean.
All right. And that's gonna bring us.
And I'll-
sorry.
I'll hold my action. Sorry, I'll move and I'll hold my action. If it comes near me, I'm gonna grapple it. but only if it comes near me.
Okay. Then that brings us to Madame Lydian.
Alright, I'm going to take a... No, I'm going to stay where I am. And I'm going to implant another trick inside myself.
I know what you mean.
I mean, this seems like the wrong place for that, but sure. Whatever gets you off.
Don't worry, I'm a professional. It's quick. Nobody will even know. We've done it over before they realize what happened.
All right. Is that a standard action to do?
Yeah, it's a standard action, but I'm just not going to take a move action.
Okay. Then that brings us to Vulpus.
Vulpus. Vulpus is going to do Inspired Courage.
Okay.
And take a 5-foot step. You know what? No. Vulpus is just going to do Inspired Courage.
Okay. Then that brings us to the scroll, and it is going to try to take over this grapple. Does a 19 beat your CMD?
I believe it does. Yep.
All right. So this thing starts kind of wriggling in your hand and then just like latches itself onto your face.
Is it able to do that from another square?
Yeah.
Oh, that's true. Technically, it would just have to break the
Yeah.
grapple then, right? So yeah, so it breaks the grapple, but then it, yeah, I guess it's just going to, yeah, it'll move. It moves into Sir Edwin's space in order to attack him next turn,
And that sets off my trick.
and that provokes.
I'm doing the CMB first. It's this roll plus 6.
Okay, so that looks like a total of 10, which is not going to be enough,
Brule got an 11.
and 11 is not going to hit.
And then I'll still swing a claw at it. And I miss with my claw.
Okay, and Edwin, you're not taking attack?
Nope.
All right, then it is your turn.
I'm going to attempt to grapple it.
The ball's on this guy.
15?
So it's 17 with
Seven.
your feet.
Yes, 17. I keep forgetting to add that.
17 is not enough to grapple it.
Bullshit.
Brunswick, that's you.
Oh my god. Brule was supposed to save us all.
You are the chosen one!
I mean, this is only round 2 of 3.
Yeah, I know. Brunswick's going to hold an action to cast Acid Splash as soon as the scroll is no longer on Sir Edwin's face.
It is not.
It's not?
It's
Nope.
not on my face.
It moved into his square, but did not have the action economy to attack him. So it's just kind of floating, like it's buzzing around Sir Edwin's head right now.
I'm going to get you.
Then Brunswick's held action goes off. And that'll be a 14 to hit.
No, it's actually a 10, and it doesn't hit.
Every time. God, it's flipped so hard.
Okay, so now Brule is going to go. So that's +2 for flanking, then +1 for Inspired Courage.
Yep.
Come on, Brule. That's an 18 to hit.
18 hits.
Awesome.
But unfortunately, that is an 18 reflex save.
Okay.
Uh,
That's Brunswick's turn.
all right. Carl, back to you.
Geez. I'm pretty good hiding, even though I'm not contributing. I'm gonna use Shadow Clone. Create 1d4 shadowy duplicates of myself that conceal my true location. It's basically mirror image.
Okay.
Costs me a key point, and it lasts for 2 minutes.
Okay. Are you going to move, or are you just going to keep hiding there with your shadows?
And so now that I've got a team of shadows, I'm gonna come out from the shadows and be menacing. Maybe it'll attack one of my shadows, and that'll give us some, some free action economy.
All right. Then that's going to bring us to Madame Lydian.
Alright, I'm going to put another trick on me. And that'll be my turn.
All right, Vulpus.
Vulpus is going to move Sir Talbot. Move right below Sir Talbot.
Yeah,
19
19 hits.
for
Yeah, wait till you see the damage, though.
for 1 damage, non-lethal.
For 1 non-lethal damage. So yeah, you keep tickling this thing.
Have we dealt any damage to this thing besides the one acid splash I hit it with?
Nope, that one acid splash is all the damage you guys have done to this thing.
Jesus Christ. And it has over what? What was Tom's HP gain? 18?
It was
12.
over 12.
It has at least 13 hit points, guys.
Okay. Now it's the scroll's turn, and it is going to, true to form, it's going to go for Sir Edwin. Does a 16 hit?
That meets my CMD.
Not your CMD, your
versus
AC.
Oh, my AC?
Yeah.
Oh, no.
All right. So that is a nice little miss, and that brings us to Sir Edwin. Your turn.
So, as a move action, I'm going to attempt to feint.
I think
I'm
it's...
going to go in like I'm going to swat at him, but then I'm going to come in with the book to grab him.
Okay. I think it's pretty hefty penalties to feint non-humanoids, though.
If it is non-humanoid, it's a -4 penalty. If it has an animal intelligence, it's a -8. And if it lacks an intelligence score altogether, it's impossible.
It does have an intelligence score, and it is technically more intelligent than an animal.
Okay, so it's just at a -4. So the DC is 10 plus your opponent's base attack bonus plus your opponent's wisdom modifier, unless they're trained in sense motive. In which case, the DC is 10 plus the sense motive bonus, if it's higher.
It is not trained in sense motive, so what is it? It's 10 plus...
10 plus base attack bonus plus wisdom modifier.
Okay.
8.
An 8 does not do it.
Okay. Then, just as my regular standard action, I'm going to try to grapple.
Okay.
I'm trying to catch it in the book. 27.
Wow.
Well, even with a penalty that I feel like I have to give you for using a book, that is still going to grapple it.
So I'm just going to slam it in the book.
All right. Then that brings us to Brunswick.
All right, now's your chance, Brule. That's a 23 to hit.
23 hits.
That's a wicked 3 points of damage. And now we need a reflex save.
The reflex save is a 12 because it's grappled.
Need it to be 11.
It's in a book in Sir Edwin's hands and still juking this fucking thing.
Yep.
You said you were gonna save us.
I'm sorry.
This is no proper saving in my book.
Okay, Brunswick's going to move 5 feet to his east, so he's got a better shot. And then he's going to do an acid splash.
Okay.
That's a 16 after rolling into combat.
A 16 will beat its flat-footed, or its touch AC. Oh, I guess it's flat-footed touch AC because it's grappled.
Yeah.
Oh, not quite flat-footed, but it hits.
Yeah.
A D3.
3 points of acid damage.
Woo! And the fire elemental fades away.
Yeah, thanks, Matt.
Did it ever really appear?
A hefty sense of satisfaction on her face. Brule waves a hearty goodbye to everybody, knowing that she accomplished her goal of doing fucking nothing.
Brule set it on fire. I don't really feel like it.
Yeah.
Bye.
All I can see is like that Sailor Moon meme. Brule's just like, my job here is done. But you didn't do anything.
Yeah.
Goodbye.
I would, but you
Yeah.
stepped on me.
You stepped on me.
All right. Carl, you're up.
All right. There's like 20 of me, so we're all going to try and... Fuck, I don't know what we're going to do. What's the state of this goddamn scroll right now?
It's
So
taken.
much happened in
It's
this last
taken
turn.
6 damage out of a minimum of 13.
I also have it trapped in a book.
You've got it trapped in a book.
Take a look.
Is there anything I can do to...
Reading
opened the book.
rainbow.
Is there anything I can do to further trap this thing until we come up with a better plan or something?
You could
Like,
either
is it perfectly contained? or is
not
it still...
not yet. You can either aid another and help me maintain it, or you can
That's-
also try to grapple it and pin it in the
I'll
book.
Spit roast
aid
this
another. No, I'm gonna aid another because you get a bonus on it next time you try, right?
Yes.
Okay.
I mean, I am flanking with you.
There's no time for that, Tom. 11. I do one above the minimum.
All right, hey, that does it. I mean, technically you rolled an attack roll. That was just a straight d20, so you rolled an 11
Oh,
plus
right,
bonuses. But yeah, that you have aided Sir Edwin in his next check,
Okay.
and that's going to bring us
As a free action,
Sorry.
I'm gonna say somebody do something.
So, Madam Lady, and that
Bloody
brings us to you.
scroll bow.
Am I still holding the scroll case?
Unless you dropped it.
I never did say I dropped it, and I haven't taken a full round action with my claws.
Sorry, God, there's like a scroll of Vanquish Guardian scrolls.
Yeah, you said there was multiple magical auras in there, so
There's only the one, but we just
Well,
haven't found
right.
it yet.
I think it was in the scroll case. That's why I went and picked it up.
Yeah,
He said
but
there was
the
an aura.
Guardian Scroll didn't have its own aura, so
Right,
whatever
right.
the aura was, we still haven't found it yet.
See
Well,
if there's
I
a
think
safety
it's-
word written somewhere on the scroll case.
Is it in the scroll case? I look in the scroll case. Is there a scroll in there?
You look in, and then there appear to be several.
I want to take them out and identify them.
Okay, you can take them out as a move action, and you can identify one of them with a spellcraft check as a standard action.
16.
16 is not enough.
Well, we'll get them next time.
So yeah, that's going to bring us back to Vulpus.
I hate this so much. Vulpus is gonna stick his hand into the scroll container, and
No, Tom, I took them out. I mean, they're in my hands. I don't think you have to do anything if you want to roll spellcraft on them.
Oh, okay. Well,
Yeah, if you want to roll spellcraft, you can just take the standard action and try to identify one of them.
Like, I kind of just took the case and, like, tipped it upside down so its contents fell into my hand.
got it.
So we're just ignoring the deadly scroll now.
Well, okay, Matt, you shut the fuck up. You shut your goddamn mouth. How many
This
rounds
scroll is
will
the
you be
new normal.
satisfied of us just can't damage it, can't damage it?
This scroll is part of my character arc now.
I mean, we could just tie this book shut and leave it.
So what'd you get, Vulpus?
A 25.
So with a 25, you identify that scroll as a scroll of Dispel Magic.
Oh my god.
I don't think that would shut off a construct.
Oh, it's not magical, is it?
Nope.
Son of a
It
bitch.
doesn't have a magical aura.
How many scrolls are in there?
Manoladian currently has 4 scrolls in hand.
Oh, keep reading, boys.
Alright, now it is the scroll's turn, and it needs to try and break the grapple. And that is a 23. 22.
Yep.
So this thing just rattles and shakes and bursts its way out of this book. And then starts buzzing around your head again menacingly.
How much did it need to beat you?
What are you asking?
I think he's asking what your CMD is.
Oh, 16.
Well, you
Alright.
get a +4, I think, right? Because you were maintaining the grapple.
You get a plus
No.
5 to maintain the grapple, but that doesn't carry over to your CMD.
Right.
Yeah. But Sir Edwin, now it is your turn again.
Do it again.
Yeah. As long as I keep trying to grapple it, it's keeping it busy, I guess.
You also get a +2 to this.
Yep. And I still have +2 from improved unarmed.
Yeah.
15.
15 is not enough to grapple it.
+1 for inspired courage.
If you,
Oh yeah, I forgot you had that on.
yeah, and if you had 5 foot stepped before doing that, you could be flanking it.
Yeah, it's
So
18.
15, more like 18.
An 18 is enough to grapple it. Woo! Although you're still using the book, right?
Since it's kind of free flying at this point, I'm more interested in actually grabbing it.
Okay. Okay, then Brunswick, you are up.
Brunswick, acid splash. Now. That is a 17 versus its touch AC in combat, or in melee.
A 17 hits its touch AC.
1 point of damage.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Little chips and chips and chips.
Fuck you, Matt.
It's not my fault
Fuck
you
you,
guys
buddy.
have nothing for this. So,
What?
all right. Carl,
Yes.
you're up next.
Oh, great. Carl's up. Now we're sure something good will happen. I'm going to aid another. Bigly.
You're going to
Oh, I
aid
can just
Sir
attack,
Edwin
you
again?
Yeah, you know who I'm going to aid. Oh, yeah, big time. 22.
Okay, that definitely aids. All right,
Yeah.
Madam Lady, and you're up.
I'm gonna try another spellcraft check.
Okay,
That one of these scrolls is their saving grace.
let's see what you got.
Not good. 7.
All right, that does not identify any of the magic scrolls. And now the southern door to this room opens, and this strange little, like, mechanical looking floating eye floats into the room. It looks at the situation going on with the four of you just like surrounding this scroll while Sir Edwin grabs onto it while it's just like flapping around. And the thing just
Yeah.
utters a single forceful command. It just goes, "Stop!" And the scroll just goes limp.
You're lucky I'm not sitting at that table, Matt.
Brunswick fires another acid splash at it.
The mechanical eye floats up closer to the ceiling and says, "Who is disturbing my library?"
Brunswick casts acid splash at the guardian scroll.
I guess roll it.
Do I need to make an attack roll, or like is it? It's
Yeah,
mean,
you're not gonna hit
Yeah,
it,
it stopped moving.
it's still in melee
and it's still get
and
it gets
being
the
grappled
prone
and
bonus.
surrounded by four people.
You can't. You couldn't hit it before. You're not gonna hit it now, but go for it.
It sounded like he said stop, and it just stopped. All right, that's an 11 versus whatever we're calling its AC right now.
The acid just kind of like globs onto the limp scroll.
Good. I will now roll damage. 2.
I make eye contact with Brunswick as I just rip it in half.
It does not rip. It's still a construct. Like,
Oh.
it's not actually just a piece of paper.
Oh.
Just because it's inert doesn't make it not what it is.
What is the
assumed-
eye's reaction to?
I
watching-
assumed it was a scroll.
It's made to look like a scroll, I guess.
How do you get a construct that thin?
Magic. Yeah, Nick had a good question. What is this eye's reaction to Brunswick?
Yeah, so
Brunswick's
shoots-
reaction to its question.
So Brunswick shoots another like globe of acid at this thing, and this floating eye just kind of like vibrates, like it's really annoyed. And says, "I said stop. That meant all of you. What is going on here?"
Is it? Is it? Are you the caretaker of this library?
That is my purpose.
This scroll just attacked us, and nothing was working. Brûlé was useless, and there's
Brunswick,
now 7
Brunswick.
Carls. I don't know what's going on.
Calm down, Brunswick.
This man needs to
Explain yourselves.
Are you the master of this construct?
Master, no, I just...
Does it obey your commands?
Evidently it does.
My name is Brunswick. We have all found ourselves down here through a series of circumstances that we don't fully understand. We're trying to find a way out, and we were told by some fey creature that you held a key that we would need to leave.
All official requests must be made in the artifacts room.
Well, lead the way to the artifactory.
Yes, follow me. Where the gish fits in the next room.
What?
And it just flies south.
Okay. Brunswick follows with the group, and he's just gonna mic drop one more acid splash on this scroll as he passes.
What makes you think I'm not carrying it still? This is mine now.
Oh, are you?
I told you, this is part of my character arc.
All right, sorry.
He did say that.
Okay.
Anyone who wants to can make a knowledge planes check on the word Gishvit.
I don't think I will.
I'd like to then make a knowledge check on whatever this creature is.
That is also going to be a knowledge planes check.
Okay. I got a 13 knowledge planes on the word, and an 11 knowledge planes check on the creature.
All right. You are not sure what that floating eye creature is, but you recognize the word Gishvit as it's an outsider, and you know that it takes the appearance of like a book, but it's like a book with like insectile like legs and like teeth. And you can ask me one question about Gishvits.
I will ask what sort, if they have any special attacks.
All right, so you know about the Gishvit's Overwhelm attack. A Gishvit can transfer the information within its pages to a single target through its grasping ribbon. When a Gishvit successfully grapples a foe, it can force this information directly into the grabbed creature's mind, overwhelming it with an onslaught of facts and recorded information.
Oh, it's like Paul.
Yeah. The floating eye creature has floated off to the south through the next room and told you to follow it and watch the Gishvits. So yeah, you follow this creature through the door, you enter a room, and you see towering rows of bookshelves filling the center of this chamber, separated only by a low shelf and countertop running the room's length. A door exits to the south, while two doors exit to the north, one of which you just came through. And when you enter, you would see the Gishvit off to the south, heading towards the southern door. Did I say Gishvit? You see the floating eye creature.
Right.
Heading towards that southern door. It's not a Gishvit.
Okay. I keep my eyes peeled for Gishbits.
As you guys are heading through this room, the floating eye creature is just kind of waiting by that southern door. You're walking through, and at a couple of different spots, like a couple of books from the shelves, like sprout insect legs and start popping out and like crawling over to you guys. But the floating eye like just shouts another word at them, and they skitter back into the shadows.
Whew. That was a close one.
Glad we minded them.
Yeah.
Brunswick's got the heebies.
Get me out of here.
Brunswick goes into the room.
All right, you guys head on in, and you see cold metal lockers lining the open spaces of this room. Desiccated papers protrude from the few open units, while the rest of the lockers remain tightly shut. Thick metal bolts connect additional lockers to the walls here. Some of the lockers reach up to the ceiling about 20 feet above.
Detect magic.
You're using Detect Magic, and you are getting quite a few magical auras from the locked lockers in this room.
Has this thing introduced itself yet?
Not yet. It just kind of like told you guys that, any further requests had to be made in the artifacts room.
Well, Brunswick just turns to it. He says, "What is this place?"
This is the artifact room.
So we were told that we needed to speak with you in order to acquire something we might need in order to get out of here.
Requests can be made. You may remove one artifact from this room.
From this room?
One artifact at a time. Used to be two until people abused it.
Well, we are searching for a silver key.
There is one key in inventory.
May we have it?
He floats over to the southern wall and pulls like a key ring out of somewhere, unlocks the locker, and pulls out the single silver key that was in the locker, and walks over and places it on the table in front of you.
Wait. Before we blow our load on just a key, this is an artifact room, right? I mean, who knows what's in here?
Yeah.
What else do you have in these lockers? Anything expensive?
Define expensive.
Carl, we can't exactly sell anything in here without getting out of here. And we need a key to get out of here.
Yes. But he did say one at a time. And he doesn't look that tough, if you ask me.
Are you the appointed conservator of this artifactory and archives?
I am Factor 12. It is my job to oversee the artifact room of this library.
What's in this locker right here? Bang, 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 bang.
Please do not bang on the lockers.
The Guardian Scroll.
Oh, sorry.
When was this facility built?
I do not have access to that information.
How long have you overseen it?
It has been 312 years since I have been brought to this facility.
Who brought you?
I was summoned by the Senate of Taldor.
Oh, now we're getting somewhere.
Are you aware that a good amount of the Taldorian Senate was potentially butchered at the gala?
Irrelevant.
Are you the only one left here of your stature kind?
I am the arbiter of this library.
Do you know the layout of this place? Or just the library?
I am the arbiter of this library.
When was the last time someone made a withdrawal?
Oh, that's a good question.
The last withdrawal was 150 years ago.
Do you happen to know what they withdrew?
The last items taken were a magic wand and a magic ring.
So, the last person who made a withdrawal is the reason why your new rule exists of only being able to withdraw one. Is that correct?
The creature kind of like buzzes and vibrates in frustration. Like, indeed.
Can we make deposits into this library and effectively withdraw extra items?
You must go through official channels for that. I cannot accept donations.
But what's in this locker here?
Who would we speak to?
You must submit paperwork with the Senate.
I would like to see an inventory of all of the magical items in this room, please.
Inventory includes a +1 battle axe, a +1 breastplate, boots of elven kind, a wand of remove disease, and a silver key. And he motions to the key in front of you on the table.
Well, that's what I was asking this whole time.
So +1 battle axe, +1 breastplate, boots of elven kind, a silver key, and a potion of remove disease.
A wand of remove disease.
A wand. How many charges does the wand have?
He does not have that information.
You said the previous withdrawal was a wand and a ring. Do you happen to know what those were?
It was a wand of shocking grasp and a ring of protection.
Well, I think for now we should take the ring.
The ring or the key?
Excuse me, we should take the key. We have to get out of here.
Yeah.
Agreed.
I don't use battle axes anyway. But if there was a +1 nunchuck in there, I don't know. I'd have to think about it.
We would like the key, please.
Well, he motions to the table in front of you.
Oh, yes. I see you put it there. I detect magic on the key.
It is a mundane key.
All right. I swipe the key.
If your business is concluded, you may exit through the northern door.
I leave.
And Brunswick leaves with Edwin.
Yeah, I'm coming with.
And I guess we leave the library altogether.
Brunswick, as you are like walking past one of these rows of bookshelves, you hear that familiar like skittering sensation of like presumably one of those Gishvits.
Mm-hmm.
And like before you can even like react to it, the thing just lashes out with what looks to be just like a long ribbon, and it wraps itself right around your head, and you get a blast of memory as it just info dumps everything in itself into your brain. And you get a very vivid description of a magical ritual involving a circle and flame and a pile of ash.
Whoa.
And after dumping the info into your head, the Gishvit just detaches and skitters back off into the shadows.
Brunswick like stumbles back and like backs right into the bookshelf, bisecting the room. Probably knocks some books onto the floor.
I go help Brunswick up.
What?
Hang on, let me look at you with my good eye. I give him the once over.
The one eye once over.
One eye once over.
He doesn't look any worse for wear.
I brush him off. You're all right. You're all right.
I thought you said you were keeping these things under control. Brunswick shouts back at the, I already forgot his name, at the librarian.
Factor 12.
Yeah, Factor 12.
The librarian. Yeah, he's been here 300 years guarding this artifact room and library so that he could be called the librarian.
Yeah, well, the librarian's been stewing in his failure for 150 years.
Yeah, that's true. I don't know what just happened, but I do remember learning something about these creatures. They can barf out information straight into your head. It's an overwhelming sensation. I don't know why that one just did that, but I think I understand that a ritual involving those circles on the doors.
Like the circles that were drawn all over?
I'm not sure. I need to go look at one right away. Let's go! Brunswick runs out of the room. Alright, so Brunswick and co. arrive back at that door with the circles on it.
Okay.
And I search my brain for the answer.
But no, you get to this door and like you see all of these like circles drawn on it again. But that's about all you're really seeing. Last time that Carl touched it kind of gave everyone that was near it a sense of vertigo.
Oh, yeah, that was fun.
Yeah. But then what information did I receive involving a ritual with circles?
If you remember like the flashback that I described a couple sessions ago?
Yes.
Basically, you got like a flash, like basically you got a quick viewing of that.
Okay, so I would go and look at these circles on these doors and realize that the information that I received is not related to these doors.
Correct. And you do know that, like you get the feeling that you have, like this is the only place you haven't looked yet.
Right. So Brunswick arrives at these doors and he looks at these circles and he thinks back to this information that's like probably like super scattered, like trying to remember a dream. And he's like just really stretching his mind out and he shakes his head. He says, No, that was something else. Something about fire, and I think there was some sort of rat. No, it's not this. Oh, well, at any rate, we have 2 keys now. And I look at that door. Does it have 2 keyholes?
It doesn't even appear to have a lock on it.
Oh, well, fuck. I detect magic on the door.
The door itself is not determining as magical, but all of the circles that have been drawn on the wall are giving off a faint aura.
Okay. Brunswick says, yes. It would appear that the doors, that this door is benign once again. Carl, why don't you open her up, buddy?
I don't know about that, boss.
No, trust me. Everything will be fine.
Well, I already don't feel too good, but okay. I open it.
Okay. You open the door and, or you go to open the door and it opens just fine. But I am once again going to need will saves from Sir Edwin, Carl, and Brunswick.
Oh, shit.
Why did I immediately regret this decision?
11.
Oh, thank fuck. 17.
12.
So Carl, you reach out and you open this door and you can feel this quick wave of like vertigo wash over you, but it passes almost before you even realize it's there. But yeah, Brunswick and Sir Edwin, you feel this wave of vertigo overtake you, and like this door in front of you opens and it looks to your eyes like it's just opening into this endless void.
See, I told you, Carl. It's perfectly safe. Brunswick, he holds a hand out to catch himself on the wall, and I guess he just waits for that to pass.
Yeah, Carl looks back like, what the fuck
Yeah.
is he doing?
Edwin
And pokes
kneels
his head
down.
in.
Carl, you poke your head in, and this is a 10-foot wide hallway that leads north for about 40 feet before abruptly ending in a wall of dirt and broken wood. But there is a door leading to the west, about 15 feet up the hallway, and a door to the south that you just entered through.
Hey, there's another door in here. I go out again and I help Sir Edwin up, and I stabilize Brunswick and sort of, you guys all right? Come on. It's not too bad. Let's go.
I took a nasty hit earlier, man.
Yeah.
After
Me too. Look at my face.
Look at mine.
Yes, look
Look
at
at
your
mine.
faces.
And after a little while, maybe like, three rounds, the vertigo effect wears off.
Who puts that on their doors?
It's not quite a welcome mat, is it?
No.
It's kind of like the opposite, right?
Welcome to the
Anyways,
library.
there's a-
Enjoy your vertigo.
It's our only way
This,
out.
This door just leads to a pile of dirt and glass, but there's another door over there. You think we should open it?
Any circles on this door?
There are no circles on that door.
All right. Looks like the coast is clear, Carl.
Uh-huh. Yeah. So you mean I should open it?
It's been established you're the door opener.
Are you guys just wandering up to the rubble? What are you doing?
Yeah, I'm checking out the rubble.
I was just kind of making sure that the dynamic lighting wasn't being weird.
I'm gonna take a look both at the rubble and in this hallway in general. I imagine, is there like dust and time effects?
Yeah, I mean,
To
it
this area.
definitely looks like this room, this hallway, like collapsed in on itself a long, long time ago. You can even see like a couple of like faded footprints in the dirt and dust on the ground, but even those look at the very least decades old, if not longer. Although you do see a single set of fresh footprints leading from that southern door and right to the western door, and you think that may have been from Vicar leaving.
Okay. Is there anything distinguishable from the older footprints? Like big humanoid footprints? Or
I'll need a survival check for that one.
we'll see about that. Oh, 18! I don't have
Nice.
a bonus at all to that.
So with an 18, it is a little tough to tell because they are old and worn, but you definitely see that there are some that seem like they're from humanoids, and one that almost seems like it's from like a very large rodent.
Rodents of unusual size? I don't think they exist.
That's the worst thing you could ever possibly say about rodents of unusual size.
So, open it? And I open the door.
Open it, Carl.
All right, you go to open the door, and the door itself swings open just fine. But as you do, you can feel like a rumbling, and you look up, and you can see like debris rattling and like supports shifting it from the roof. So I'm going to go ahead and need reflex saves from Sir Edwin, Carl, and Brunswick next month on War for the Crown, brought to you by Inspired Incompetence.
Boo.
I never
Unsubscribe.
learn.
See ya.
Never learn.
See ya.
Why am I the door opener? See ya.